I'm Claire from createdtheottaway. I'm an independent demonstrator for Stampin'Up here in the UK. This is how you can get in contact with me. I am here today because we're going to take a 5-minute crafty break. Basically, we're going to have 5 minutes of crafty playtime together. So shall we get started? Today's craft break is all about this lowly thing, an envelope. Okay, so we spend a lot of time as crafters making really amazing fun folds and beautifully decorated, heavily embellished cards, and then we stick them in a plain envelope. So how can we jazz them up and make them a little bit special? Well, I have got a few ideas for you today. One is really quick and easy and simple. Just use your beautiful papers. So if you are like me and you've got loads of papers in your stash, ones you've been using for that very special card that never quite happens because you still don't want to use it, use your papers. Receiving a card in a decorated envelope like this just lifts it that extra notch. It works best if you've got paper that is any way up, which means whichever way round you look at it, it always looks good. On the inside, you can see on this one, it's got the shops going in one direction. It doesn't matter, it's the outside that they will see and be wowed by. I've put a sticky label on the front of mine so it makes it easier for the postman to find where I'm posting it to. The second idea is plain on the front, but turn it over and wow, look at that. You've got a decorated flap. How do you do that? Looks really complicated. Not at all. So you've got scraps of paper. You take a piece of paper that is the same size or the same width as the flap. Make sure it's going in the right direction. Put some Tumbo glue or whatever glue is your choice on the flap. Just like that. Really quick and simple idea this, and again we'll use up some of those papers in your stash. Line it up with the edge or the fold, so I think that's about there. I'm at a slight angle to my workspace because of the camera. Flip it over, just make sure that's really stuck down and just cut off the excess. Now don't throw this excess away because you could use it for a tag or all sorts. I'm not going to do this very carefully because I'm doing it quickly. I'm aware we're already halfway through our 5 minutes. This is one of my favourite ideas of decorating an envelope, just because from the front it just looks normal, and it's only when you turn it over. If I turn it over now, okay, look at that. Really literally just lifts the envelope, makes the envelope look expensive straight away just from that. So that's a great way of doing that. You could get some plain paper and just stamp all over it and get the same effect, but that is the second effect. The third one is to actually, again, front is plain, turn it over and stamp. So Stampin'Up have got some beautiful stamp sets out at the moment, all sorts of floral ones, all loads of different ones. Let me show you. This one and this one that I've gone through and particularly picked these for my envelopes. So this one, the Lifetime of Love, this rose here is what I used on here. Literally just inked up my block and stamped it in, and it looks like it was meant to be on there, doesn't it? I also really like this one, Sent with Love. I think that's a really good little round one you could use as well. So that's another one that I would use. So that is our fourth idea. So we're rocking. The fifth idea is stamping again, but to stamp all over the front. Now you can see that I've got a really big stamp there. I've got this one, which is from the Layers of Beauty set. Again, it's a new stamp set out. But I've used it because it's enormous. It's really big. It's actually quite hard to stamp. I've used a mouse mat, unless you've got a Stamparatus, of course, or a stamping platform. I've used a mouse mat. I've put my envelope on there. I've put a post-it note. So post-it notes are your friends. Why have I put a post-it note? Because I need to put the address somewhere. I've stamped over one way, stamped over another way, and then filled in. And then if I take that off, you can see there's a nice box. Now that feels a bit unfinished to me. So I'm going to use my Stampin' Right marker in the same colour. Now I'm not very good at straight lines, so I'm not even going to attempt a straight line. I'm going to do a wiggly line. And already it lifts the card. And then I've got somewhere to put my address, and we're there. Now the fifth idea is to use an embossing folder. So I've got my embossing folder here. I get my envelope, and again just the flap. I put the flap in. You probably could do the whole card. I didn't think about that until I've just said that. Put the flap into the embossing folder like that, and put that through your die cutting machine and wait for it. Ta-da! Look at that. The detail on that is just lovely. And because it's on the envelope, it just has a bit of a wow. So there we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ideas. Oh no, there's 2 the same. 5 ideas. 5 ideas for your envelopes. Thanks for taking a crafty break with me, and pop back and see me again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.